Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm back. But, yeah, if you had somebody to go with you in OTR, it would be a lot better. I went out there, thought it was going to be alright for a while, and I was out there for like, I was gone. I was gone for like a week or two. I was driving for like a week, and it's just, you're gone and you're driving all day long. It's hard, bro. You just get exhausted. You get tired of driving all day long every day. So I went. Oh, I wanted to title this video "Hard Work Doesn't Pay," bro. You end up paying in the long run. You put in all that hard work and that effort just to get by, and you waste your whole life working hard, not really getting anywhere good. Not making any progress. You'll get caught up working all day long. So I realized I was kind of miserable and I didn't like it. I could have done it. I could have done it. But my bigger goal was being sacrificed because of it. So I had to. I probably should have stuck with it for a little longer, but I feel like I'm getting older to where I can't. I can't let go of what I'm working on. If I do, then I'll get stuck there. I'll be more miserable. I can't let go of the dream I'm working toward, of the bigger goal to escape the rat race is the bigger goal to become successful, to get to be able to have more freedom. It's not even about the money, it's not about the work. It's more about freedom. Freedom to do what I want when I want, to have enough money to do that, to have enough money to live comfortably. Money would solve 90% of my problems. I'm sure it would solve 90% of everybody's problems. And it seems harder to get money nowadays. Like the system is rigged to keep you down now. It's harder to get ahead. There was a time where I think it was a little easier, had more opportunity. They say it's easier now, but I don't know. There's more. I don't know. I don't know if everybody can, win. But I took a big L, and it's been, how do you say, frustrating, and it's been how do you say it? It's been not exhausting. I don't know the word, but depleting, defeating, whatever. It's been taking away hope and how do you describe that? I'm feeling kind of let down, and I want. I know I've been here before. I've been knocked down, and it's. I don't want to sound depressing or negative. I've accomplished a lot, and I'm trying to stay positive. But you take these losses, and you get stuck out here, struggling because you can't find work. It's hard to deal with. I understand why people go crazy now. Because you're down and out for so long, you can't find a way to get ahead, and there's limited opportunities, and you're trying to fight for jobs, and then you don't jobs that you might even like and you hate. So working hard doesn't pay that much. I watched my mom work her whole life and end up with nothing really. She ended up with nothing. She had to work her whole life to end up with not a whole lot. She was a good person. She didn't go out and do drugs or anything. She was really a reserved woman. She didn't really interact much with anybody too much. She was kind of like a social butterfly. She knew how to navigate people and talk to people good. She could relate to people. She was a really good woman. She didn't have any bad habits, and she tried to do good in the world, but she didn't get a lot out of it. She didn't get a lot. She just worked a normal job to provide, and she didn't get ahead. I don't want to end up like that. I don't. I mean, my mom was amazing. I appreciate. We always had enough, but I seen her like work her whole life and not really get anywhere good, and it feels like I'm trapped in that same boat. I'm kind of like her. And they say we take on the traits of our parents. We mimic it. There's a mimetic behavior system that comes down, and there's a family curse like in that way. It's like you embrace these attributes from your parents, these negative attributes, and you won't even know it's like subconsciously a part of you. That's what's crazy about it. It's like we can develop I think the attitude towards money too because of our parents. Like if your parents don't have a lot of money, that means you might struggle with getting money too. It's mimetic. It comes, you inherit it, the attitude towards money. And I grew up around her talking about money a lot. She would say, "Don't grow on trees, money don't grow on trees. What do you think, I'm made of money?" It was always this idea, this negative attitude or belief towards money. And she never really had that much money. I don't want to say it's fully because of that, but she did have an attitude about it. It seemed like, and they talk about how that affects you. Like it affects your ability to make money or attract money. And my mom always was working regular jobs and never really broke free and got a bunch of money. And I think she wanted it, but she couldn't get it for some reason. She couldn't break that barrier to get lots of money. And I think a lot of people want that. A lot of people want to break that barrier. I want to break that barrier. And it seems like I'm stuck in that same spot as her, too. I can't seem to break free to make more money, make lots of money. I found a couple good opportunities. I was making good money. So I've made, decent, good money before to sacrifice all my time. And so it's like the equivalent of the work I did was basically like a minimum wage job almost because of all the time and work I put into it just to make the money. Was like the equivalent of, it wasn't equal to the work I was putting out. It was just too much work. And so I felt cheated. I felt cheated, you put in all this work. But I kind of just let it go because I really didn't enjoy that work. I didn't really want to do that work. But granted, truck driving has given me a lot. It helped save me when I was down and out, and it's helped me provide for myself for a few years. So it's been good in that aspect. It's been hard work. There's a lot of work that's a lot harder out here. If you become a truck driver, you don't gotta do general labor, all day. That's a whole nother level of hard work, working outside in the sun, digging or lifting stuff in the warehouse all day. And physical labor it's hard to do. And when you get older, you don't want to do that. So I became a truck driver so I realized, if you're just driving most of the time, you're not doing that much hard work. But you can do hard work by delivering stuff and lifting heavy stuff all day. So, but it might be half the day instead of the whole day. Still, general labor might be involved, but it might be a little bit easier. So that's my great escape to go into this field because it's a little better. But it's been hard to find work. there's a lot of red tape to get in to certain places. So I'm trying to find my way into a better spot, and I went out and tried to do OTR again. But another reason I left that company, it wasn't even it was a lot about the hard work, but I was afraid because I was in a sketchy company with foreigners doing lease purchase, and I was worried I'm not going to make any money, and I don't want to work a whole month and not bring home, what it's worth to me. So I had to get out. I didn't realize how sketchy they were. They weren't showing the Raycon, and they wanted me to do lease purchase, and guess what? I'm going to get paid, and nobody wants to work and not know what the real Raycon is. They sent me numbers, but I didn't know how much they're going to charge me. They didn't know. I don't know. So I was just, I don't know. I felt like I didn't want to be there because of that. And always being gone, working for these people over the road was keeping me from my bigger goals. Like I want to do some regular work, but I want to have a little time to rest because your work-life balance is so messed up out there. Your work-life balance is so messed up. So, and they were trying to run me like a dog, and trucking is just totally messed up, bro. It's just totally whack, bro. It's like I couldn't deal with it, so I chose to come back and work towards my other bigger goals, to work a regular job maybe, and work towards another goal I'm working on to escape the rat race. So I've seen people do it, so I know it's possible. If I do this and do that, this will give me the opportunity to maybe do that. But if I stayed there, I wouldn't have that opportunity to do this. So sometimes you gotta sacrifice some things to get to the greater goal, or you'll get locked in. I could have stayed trapped there, I was just desperate, and I made a bad decision going there, and then they got me in this lease purchase, and I thought it was gonna be cool, but it turned out to be kind of sketchy. And man, so hard work. I put in a bunch of hard work, and I'm hoping I get a paycheck. I still haven't got a paycheck. That's another thing. It's like they've been trying to make me wait like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks just to get a paycheck. It's been hard, bro. I don't even know if I'm gonna get how much money I'm gonna get. They're still trying to figure it out. That's another stressful thing, and I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling big time. Big time. So, yeah, hard work does not always pay that good. I'd rather work a less paying job that I don't have to work as hard or long hours, because you're working like 10, 12, 15 hours a day every day for weeks, and it's like, this is ridiculous. I'm getting too old for that, bro. I just want to come back and do local work and gig work and hustles. Something different, bro. Nobody wants to do that. That is not a life worth living. If you see old truckers, look at them. They're looking, how did you say it? They're looking rough. They are looking super rough. They're looking, if you look at old truckers, you'll see that you don't want to end up like that, bro. They are like die-hard people that they you can tell, bro. They just, look at them, bro. They've been beat, they've been put through the ringer, and they lost their family, their marriages went to shit. It's a bad look. So it's a bad deal. It used to be cool. I think at one time trucking used to pay They used to have more work-life balance maybe. And if you get an owner op, if you can get your own truck, you might have a better work-life balance, or you get into a better regional spot. You come home every week, a couple of days. It'd be a lot better, but it's just like, man, it's a bad deal for like most truckers, because they aren't getting paid hardly anything to be out there, and they're just sacrificing weeks to a place for pennies on the dollar, bro. You're paying you by a mile, bro. So it's like, it's crazy. And then the lease purchase thing ain't that much better, because they're charging you and skimming off the top, or you end up taking about home about the same, but you gotta put in tons of work, so you always gotta be gone. And it's like, oh man, I don't know. Hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and I just want to find something a little easier, a little more manageable. I'd like to find something a couple hours a day and make it about the same amount of money. If I can do something a few hours a day and make $2,000 a week, I'd be good. So I think everybody wants that. if you could work a couple hours a day, bro, and make 2,000 or 3,000 a week, you'd be golden, right? So that's like the goal, to get to that spot. But it's like, what's the blueprint, or what's the combination of things? Or I think you just need the skills. Maybe you could do it through YouTube and marketing, or networking, or social media somehow. And maybe if I could learn how to do it, and I tweak it a little bit, if I tweak this a little bit, I could do that. Because there's a lot of people making tons of money on the internet, on OnlyFans. And so I don't know how I would do that. I don't think I could do OnlyFans. I'm too old, and I'm not a TikTok person. I'm not that. And I could probably do YouTube. I could probably do videos. But I might have to get better at it. So it's hard to know what to do. I mean, I'm thinking I might be able to create better videos and put them out, but that's where we're at. It's been a rough ride. I'm back home, and I'm gonna lock in for the win. I'm tired of losing, bro. I want to win. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I still got a little opportunities here. I still got a little bit of things going for me. I still got a couple tricks up my sleeve, maybe. And so I might be down, but I'm not totally out. I'm not totally out, right? I can still get something, I'm hoping. But things have been looking bleak, and I've been thinking I need a miracle, but I think I've been kind of getting over dramatic about it. Overly dramatic, and freaking out, because that's what you do when things are going bad, man. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you on the next one.